Today I want to break down SoundHound, the company that recently posted their earnings results, and we saw some nice growth in revenue, but regardless of this, the stock price of the company dropped by about 20%. Many investors are talking about this company and hyping it because Nvidia is invested in it. For those of you who don't know, Nvidia made a pretty small investment, spending about $3.7 million and took about 0.6% stake in the company, but it was enough to pump the stock price up by almost 500% in the beginning of this year. Regardless of this growth, many people are still interested in investing in SoundHound, including myself, by the way. So today I want to talk about their business, their earnings, their valuation, and as a result of this, understand whether SoundHound is worth the hype or maybe it's just another overvalued tech stock. Hey there and welcome to the Market Monkeys channel. It's Julia here, and today's video I want to start from why SoundHound. I got very interested in this company when I learned the whole idea behind their business and how they're actually implementing that idea in various types of businesses and bringing this idea to life. Just a few very quick words about the company and why I actually got so interested in it. So SoundHound AI is a voice artificial intelligence company founded in 2005. SoundHound provides a voice AI platform that enables businesses to offer customized conversational experiences to customers. In simple words, they're this company that will take all of the jobs from phone operators and call centers, and not only that. For example, if you want to call a restaurant to make an order and not to use an app, it can happen in the situations when you are allergic and you want to consult with a real person regarding what to order. And if the restaurant of your choice is working with SoundHound, you will get an answer from an AI that will most likely answer any question that you might have, as opposed to human, which might not know the answer for this or another question. Another big plus for you as a client is that you will never need to wait for phone operator to get available. And from company side, it's obvious that they would need to pay for this AI much less than to bring, for example, 10 or 15 people to answer these phone calls. If you find this information valuable, don't forget to press a like button and subscribe to our channel. But what is more impressive, in my opinion, is the diversification of the businesses that they're involved in. For example, in the previous earnings release, they mentioned that today's acquisition of Amelia is a key step towards harnessing the huge growth potential in conversational AI and helps us scale even faster. And in the new earnings, they already demonstrated the results of this Amelia acquisition. The CFO of the company said that this quarter we transformed the company and continued to diversify our customer base, adding more products and expanding into new verticals. By the way, here we can also see how great it worked by these two important points. So first one is significantly improved customer concentration, where only 12% of revenue is attributed to the company's largest customer compared to 72% in the prior year, reflecting a broader mix of customers. This, as you can understand, is a very important point, because when 72% of your revenue is coming from one single customer, and if you're, for example, losing this customer for any reason, your business is as good as gone. And for us as for investors, our money is as good as gone. Or another problem that it could bring. When you have this one large customer, you have a risk of becoming a company for this client. So this client can dictate to you what to do and what to work on based on his own interest that most likely will not align with your interests and interests of your shareholders. So hopefully for the SoundHound, they will continue progressing in this matter, bringing more clients and closing more big deals. Another very nice thing to hear is that they have significantly increased industry diversification with well-balanced contributions across automotive, restaurants, financial services, healthcare and insurance sectors, each contributing from 5 up to 25% of revenue, compared to over 90% automotive-only revenue in the prior year. The same explanation as with the previous point goes here, and basically in the prior year they were the company of automotive AI assistants, and today they have endless opportunities for growth and for progression. If you find this information helpful or valuable, don't forget to press a like button and subscribe to our channel. By the way, the automotive product is this built-in system for cars that lets you control the car and do basically everything you did before manually on your screen by simply talking to this AI assistant. I understand it as this built-in Siri or Alexa that will help you with anything you need inside of your car. Let's take a quick look at what this assistant can help with, because I find it really fascinating.
Welcome to the next generation of in-car voice assistants. SoundHound's proprietary technology combines real-time information with the power of large language models to deliver the game-changing, hands-free driving experience. And with the integration of large language models, you can follow up and say, what's the most scenic route to get there if I'm coming from San Francisco?
The most scenic route to get from San Francisco to San Diego is along the Pacific Coast Highway, also known as California State Route 1. This route takes you along the California coastline and offers stunning views of the Pacific Ocean and California's rugged coastline.
And in case you ever run into car issues, you can check on things by simply asking, why are my brakes squeaking?
Your brakes might be squeaking due to several reasons, such as worn-out brake pads, dirt or debris on the brake pads, or a lack of lubrication. Have you noticed any other symptoms, such as reduced braking power or vibrating brake pedal?
So I think it's an amazing feature, and after learning about SoundHound, which I did only this week because before that we were not covering this stock, I thought about this a few times while driving, that it could be really nice to have this assistant, and I actually felt the need for it already. And for me personally, it says a lot. It says that the demand for this product is already there. The demand for this product is already shaped, and it will definitely help the SoundHound to close deals and to bring on more clients. Another thing that I wanted to show on their website is that here in industries we cannot see the finance and healthcare for now, but if I understood correctly, it will appear here in the near quarters as they will develop more solutions for these industries with the help of Amelia AI. Also, you can understand it better from the next slide. So on top here we see their products that are already in market. They are available and they are a part of SoundHound's revenue. For example, automotive that we spoke about, restaurants that we also mentioned, customer service, smart devices, smart TV and entertainment. And lower we can see new industries that will open for SoundHound after the Amelia acquisition, and it includes healthcare and finance as we already mentioned, but besides that also retail, call centers and enterprises. With the business part finished, let's move on to financials, because here we will have more concerns. SoundHound's third quarter report highlights impressive revenue growth and confirms that demand for AI is still on the rise. Their revenue hit $25.1 million in third quarter, a massive 89% year-over-year increase and 86% sequential increase from second quarter. So what's driving this growth? The short answer is subscriptions. Subscriptions have become a basis of SoundHound's revenue model. With a growing base of recurring income, they're moving beyond one-time licensing deals and adding pretty quickly this subscription revenue, which they refer to as second pillar of their business. So basically their primary business model involves embedding AI solutions into other companies' services and interaction platforms across industries like automotive and restaurants. With the subscription model, SoundHound's clients, and by the way, when I say clients, I don't mean you and me. I refer to the business clients, so basically they're working by the B2B model. So with this subscription model, their clients are paying them regular fees, which basically creates a more stable and more predictable income than this product sales that they had before. In the previous quarter alone, or in third quarter, these subscriptions brought approximately $18.9 million in revenue, which basically shows us a huge shift in the company's strategy. Anyway, this is really good news for SoundHound because they aim for profitability, and as I already mentioned, subscriptions offer much more reliable and stable income, and this is really important point for us as for investors of this company. It basically means that we will see much less negative surprises, that for the management of the company will be much easier to predict their revenues for the future, and by this they will make much more realistic guidance, and they will be actually able to stand by this guidance or maybe even beat this guidance and the expectations of the analysts. We have not so great news as well. Their third quarter gross margin fell to 49%, and it's a pretty sharp drop from 72.9% a year ago, and it's also a substantial drop from the previous quarter when their gross margin was 63%. This decline is largely due to costs from recent acquisitions that we already talked about and increased spending to support growth. And before we will talk about what to do with the stock of the company and where the stock price is heading, let's take a quick look at valuation. SoundHound's forward price to sales ratio is approximately 30-33, given a share price of about $6.5 when I'm filming this video on Thursday before the market opens. While high-growth tech stocks often carry premium valuations, this is far above the sector median of 3.12, which some investors see as overvalued and not without reason. After all, the company is still not profitable. With total assets at almost $500 million and cash on hand at $135.6 million, they're in a stable financial position, even with $43.8 million in debt on the balance sheet. Since they went out via SPAC in 2022, the company had already issued more shares to finance their growth, increasing the overall amount of their shares on the market by about 80% in 2 years. Right now, with $135 million in hand, and if their net change in cash will be the same as it was in this quarter, they won't need to dilute shares for 3 more quarters, but what will happen after that is a big question. Another risk for investors that I think is worth paying attention to is the fact that about 22% of the shares of SoundHound are being currently shorted. And this fact is basically shows the skepticism of investors and skepticism of people regarding this company. And in my opinion, as I already mentioned in several of my previous videos, this is really important. I believe that the moods of the people and their behavior and basically how they view this or that stock can sometimes impact the stock price even more than any other financial metric. So pay attention to this. People are not really loving this company. So finally, let's talk about, is SoundHound a buy? The company's latest earnings, as we already mentioned, show promise. For high growth investors that are risk tolerant, SoundHound's strong 2025 revenue outlook plus this new subscription model that will probably make a nice impact on the growth and on the revenues of the company, plus their recent decrease in the stock price could make a compelling opportunity. But with this high valuation multiple and ongoing dilution risks, investors should weigh the potential rewards against the risks. Personally, I'd say that SoundHound is a buy, but a buy with a caution. When I was researching the information for this video, I realized that I really like this company, but of course their valuation is very pricey for me. So I decided to buy a very small amount of the shares of this company. Basically right now they take little less than 2% of my risky portfolio, so I bought very little amount. Basically by this investment I will be following SoundHound if some crazy change in the price will happen. For example, if their stock price will drop from 6.5 to 4 or to 3 or to 2 as it was a couple of months ago, I will be the first to know because the stocks of this company are in my portfolio, so I will have an opportunity to buy more. As always, make sure you do your own due diligence and consider your own risk tolerance. My job is to deliver the information, my job is to explain my personal point of view. I do not ask anyone to follow my advice. And as always, write a comment so I know that you're real on that side of the screen. I hope that this information was helpful, and if it was, you can help us as well by pressing a like button and subscribing to our channel. Hope to see you on our channel next time. Happy investing!